Well, it is a brisk 25 degrees outside, but we need to work on this to get the rear sump oil pan changed to a front sump oil pan. I'm gonna fire up the heater, fire up the stove. We're gonna go through a big box of parts we got over here, and then we're gonna get right into it. Okay, well, first things first. Let's get the oil drained out of this bad boy. So let's take a look inside our box of goodies. First up, motor mounts. These are from a 63 to 64 Galaxy, I believe. But if you look, they line up perfectly for this 351. And the original motor mounts look like this. But I'm hoping that these will fit in one of these like this, top or bottom. But if they don't, we will just grind that out. All right, motor mounts, get out of here. We also got brand new oil pump. Don't know if it needs a new oil pump for what we're doing, but just in case, I got one anyway. I can always return it. Oil pump, get out of here. Now, brand new front sump oil pan. And to go with that, brand new set of gaskets. And if I decide to use them, I got a brand new set of oil pan bolts. When you order from Jegs, they also send you a hat and stickers. How can you not love stickers? Got so many uses for stickers. Now we're just going to take off all these oil pan bolts, which appear to be all 3/8 except for 2 in the front and 2 in the back. And the 2 in the front and the 2 in the back are both 1/2-inch bolts. When you take these off, a little bracket comes off. Just like so. Now the pan, there we go, comes right off. So there's the oil pump, and that looks just like the one I already have, so we might be good with that one. Now keep in mind, I have never done this.
You idiot.
So I guess we're gonna learn together as we go. See how many mistakes we can make before we get this done right. I think just to make it easier, I'm gonna flip this upside down now. It's empty of oil, mostly. Yeah, everything looks really good up here. You can see down in there, looks clean, nice. And then of course we'll replace this gasket, and we'll replace this gasket front and back. Let's compare our oil pumps and see if they're the same. One that's on it now is marked M83GL, and the replacement one I got is GL M83. So I'm pretty confident those are the exact same part. So I'm gonna send that back, get my money back, and we'll just use that one. And the reason I got a new one was just because when you go onto Jegs, and I was looking at that oil pan, it said, here's everything else you might need. So I just bought the lot.
I'll take it.
But obviously I didn't need it. I wasn't sure if it was a different one, it was different for the front sump or not, but it looks the same, so keep the ones on it. I'm gonna go ahead and set the oil pan on here loosely because I want to see if this thing will sit down in the car. All right, let's see. I like it. I'm just lightly going to put this back on just so I can turn it upside down and it not fall off. So I only put in the 2 front and the 2 back just to keep that from spilling oil everywhere when we flip it upside down, or right side up, just to see if it's going to fit. I'm hoping this clears that cross member. Flip her back over real quick. Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute, just a second.
This video is not about putting the engine in the car. It's about going from a rear sump oil pan to a front sump oil pan. And I was missing a crucial piece of it. This, the front sump oil pickup tube, which just come in. Didn't have it when I put it on there originally. So we are going to flip this baby back upside down. Just like so. We're going to take the 2 bolts out of there and the 2 bolts out right there. Pop that pan back off and put that pickup tube in there. Of course, want to make sure that's clean and any remaining old gasket is off. That looks good. You want to come in with your new gasket. Comes with your kit. Now would also be the time, remove the old gasket, the cork one on both sides, plus this one in the front, and that one in the back. I'm not going to do that right now because I still have other stuff to do to this, which is going to require me to take off the timing chain cover and the water pump and the balancer, because I have a brand new timing chain cover to go on, and 2 reasons. First reason, when you have a rear sump oil pan, the back of your block right here is where your oil dipstick goes to stick up into the rear sump. But we have moved ours to the front, so this won't do any good. That has to be plugged off. And the new timing chain cover has a provision right there in the front for the dipstick. So basically, when this is on, the dipstick tube is now going to be over here, which will come out in here into your front sump. So this piece right here is part of the timing chain cover. So it does me no good to go ahead and put all those new gaskets and seals in, but I will walk through quickly how to do that. Oh, and the second reason, manual fuel pump provision. I'm going to run a manual fuel pump on it. So this timing chain cover has the dipstick hole and manual fuel pump provision. But take this gasket off, front and back gaskets, clean the surface really well. You don't want any old residue left over. And you can see when I took the rear sump oil pan off, there's some black RTV here. So what you're going to want to do before you put any of these seals or gaskets in, or any of these seals and gaskets, you're going to want to put a dab of black RTV silicone. Then your top gasket can go on, and then your bottom gasket actually has a little lip that you can see right there. That little lip right there sits up underneath that gasket right there. And then that dab of silicone helps seal all that together right there. And you'll want to do that in 4 points. Both sides of the front and both sides on the back. Now we can put our front sump oil pan on. Just like so. Then you want to put your little retention plates on. Just like so. Same on this side. And then put your bolts back in. And again, for my purpose, I'm only going to do a few just to hold it in place, because it's all got to come back off again. And when you are putting all these bolts back in, it's usually best put the end ones in and you start in the middle, kind of work your way around. I wouldn't put the end ones too tight, but I'd finish them off last, but start here in the middle, go this way, same thing on the other side. Give her a flip back over. And that is it. It is switched from a rear sump to a front sump. So keep in mind, what oil pan you need is going to be specific to what project you're putting it in. This was specific to a 351. That's a stock oil pan. That is a stock front sump pickup tube. It is a stock oil pump. I know it's kind of a short video, but that is one step closer to getting it to go in there. I ordered wrong engine mounts. I got to get that taken care of. Hopefully the ones I need, they'll have in stock, because they're kind of a custom item specific for this car. And I did just pick up an AOD automatic overdrive transmission, and it came complete with all the lines, all the linkages, torque converter, adapter plate, a flywheel, and a brand new unused throttle body that it doesn't need, but was thrown in. So if you have a project and you find a motor that's a rear sump, you need a front sump, or you find a front sump and you need a rear sump, most engines, it's not that hard to do. Take off the bolts, replace the pickup tube, validate the pump, new gaskets, new oil pan, slap it back on, good to go. I think I have 6 oil pans for 2 motors. Got a lot of oil pans. But that is going to do it for this one. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow along as we get this beast right here drop down in there. Closer every day. The 2026 apocalypse has started.